What do we have for Cancer? Wheel of Fortune, Sag energy at the foundation of the reading, Cancer. I feel that at the moment, this may have happened already, it may be happening right now, it may be coming up, but I feel you're being shown people from your past, quite possibly exes, old friends, family members that you no longer speak with anymore. It's as if you're being given the opportunity to be a fly on the wall in their life right now. So maybe you see somebody out in public and they don't see you and they look really bad, and maybe they're fighting with the person they're with. This is just a real basic example of what I'm getting. And I feel that this is somebody who maybe at one point in time you put up on a pedestal. If it's an ex, it could have been someone who really broke your heart, maybe left you for somebody else, caused you to go through mass spiritual awakening. And now years later, you see this individual, and the way that the universe presents them to you, it has this way of really showing you how far you come. It's as if the universe is helping you to recognize how much you've grown. And it has to do with seeing where these individuals are in their life right now. You're seeing that you've potentially surpassed these people. It's like you've lapped them in terms of spiritual evolution. It's very much an energy of also looking at these people now and really wondering what you were thinking, right? So again, a recognition of seeing how far you've come. This is really helping you to start pushing forward, because for some of you, these are individuals that you have not been able to get out of your mind, out of your psyche. Maybe these people show up in your dreams, and it's gotten to the point where it's really annoying. And this can make you feel very confused, Cancer, because you start to wonder, oh, is that a soulmate? Is that a twin flame? Something like this. But that's not the case at all. It's all a part of this exposure and this healing process. So all of that, Cancer, is going to start dissipating. This may have already started to happen. You may find that you're not thinking about this individual or individuals as much as you once were. And I honestly feel that you are relieved by this. It's like, I just heard, it's like you can breathe again. There's a major turning point in your life now. It's an energy of awakening. It's an energy of leveling up. And this all has to do with what is going on with the astrology right now, Cancer. I feel that Venus is going to start blessing you in love again as we go into 2024. And if this is not an actual new relationship, if that doesn't resonate with you, it's the universe showing you how much they love you, okay? You guys may be coming into some sort of windfall of money. And, I got this message for the collective yesterday. It's like, sometimes we'll see these class action lawsuits in regards to our information being exposed in a data breach, and they're asking you if you'd like to fill out and maybe be a part of the claim. Maybe you'll get 20, 30, or $50 or something. It's something like that, but you end up getting like a couple of grand from it, and it's totally by surprise. It's like you even forgot about when you filled out the forms for that particular data breach. There's something like this going on in the collective right now where people are actually having these windfalls of money come out of absolutely nowhere. And this is really going to be an indication, again, of how far you've come, Cancer, and how much the universe is batting for you right now. You've worked really hard, Cancer, and now you're really going to start seeing that reflected back to you in all these different ways inside your waking life. What do we have at the sacral, please? Wow. 7 of Wands, Leo energy in reverse at the sacral. But despite all of this, Cancer, just know that there's a lot of evil eye on you right now from these individuals, right? See, here you are releasing the thought of these individuals from your mind. Exes, friends, family members. But now these individuals are consumed with the thought of you. This is divine justice. This is a rebalancing of the energies. But the reason why they're now having to be haunted with the memory of you, Cancer, is because of their treatment towards you. It's all going back, and there's literally nothing you have to do, Cancer, but keep loving yourself. Keep putting yourself first. Keep smiling. Keep self-empowering. Keep going after those dreams. Keep praying. Keep meditating. Keep working on your physical conditioning. Keep working on your mental health. Whatever it is you do, that is how you combat these negative energies that they've been hurling towards you. You don't utilize tactics that they've been utilizing against you. See, that's a trap, right? Sometimes we hear about people throwing spell work or black magic at us, and we think, okay, we got to go light a candle and do a reversal. It's going to be different for everybody out there, Cancer, but I've been getting messages lately that this is not the way to go. You don't need to waste your time on all this sort of nonsense, okay? There's nothing stronger than prayer. There's nothing stronger than meditation. These are the tools you use to protect yourself, because you really want to stay out of the divine's way, Cancer. I was talking about this in the Aries and I think Virgo reading, where when you start utilizing tactics that the enemy, let's say, used against you, right, to defend yourself, you're not allowing your built-in security system, the divine, your spirit guides, the archangels, to do what they are supposed to do in terms of your protection, right? So as long as you're on path, you have a built-in security team. There's nothing you need to do. As long as you're focused on the path ahead, everything else will be taken care of for you. This is when you can truly say, no weapons that form against me shall prosper. Will there be more attacks? Yes. Will there be more evil eye thrown at you? No doubt. But it's all a part of the path, Cancer. And you will get to a point where you're just so used to it, you laugh at it. Because every time it happens and every time you let the divine go to bat for you, you're highly blessed. When you engage with these low vibrational energies, it's really you taking 10 steps back. See, these energies want you to feel overly protective of yourself. They want you to shut yourself off to new love. They want you to shut yourself off to new connections. They want you to feel so scared that you have to go out and try and protect yourself with some sort of spell and candle and all this stuff. That's what they want. But the divine is trying to show you, Cancer, that although they may be throwing arrows at you, metaphorically speaking, those arrows can't pierce your protection. I'm just seeing individuals shooting arrows at you, and as they're flying towards you, they're just falling to the ground because they hit this force field that's all around you. You see, it's when you actually start engaging that energy, does that force field drop? Because you're telling the divine, hey, I don't need your help. I can put up my own force field. Okay? I hope I'm being clear here, Cancer, but I gave this example in the Aries and Virgo readings as well. It's like your spirit team taking out your enemy, right? Your enemy's laying on the ground, and you go up and you kick your enemy in the head after they've already been taken out. Don't do that. Just keep focused on your path. That's it. That's all that matters. See, the whole purpose is to distract you. Once you start to realize this, you're going to have this epiphany, right? That the engagement that you have with these individuals is exactly where they're trying to get you anyway. What do we have at the solar plexus? 10 of Wands. Sag energy at the solar plexus. See, they want you to be so stressed out, so burdened and weighed down by what they're throwing at you, by the projections, that you're not able to focus on your path here, Cancer. They're really driving this message home here. See, what this is doing as well, see, the divine is trying to help you rewrite your story. The divine wants you to start letting new love in. And these energies want you to be so closed off that you just go away, dig a hole and live in it, and are never seen again. There's also an energy inside the Cancer collective surrounding childhood wounding and how this is affecting your long-term relationships moving forward. Okay, so all of this, the divine is trying to help you work through right now. It's time to start addressing these things. The divine doesn't want you burying this or sweeping this up under a rug anymore. It's time to make peace with all of these things in your life so you can really move forward. I just heard you're not going to know yourself, Cancer, right? It's like there's this evolved version of you that the divine is trying to align you with as we go into 2024. But there's a lot of tests as well going on inside the collective. The universe is testing you to see how far you've come. Are you going to keep engaging with these energies year after year, sacrificing your own new beginning because you can't see it from this higher perspective, because you're so consumed? It's like you have tunnel vision, I feel, when it comes to your dealings with these individuals. It's time to really just lay down the wands and walk away. You don't even need to engage anymore. It's when you do this and they start throwing these arrows at you and they can't pierce your protection, do you really start to realize that it was always that way. The only reason why they pierced that protection is because you engaged with them, right? It's like you being very centered at peace, and then somebody starts an argument with you, and instead of just completely blocking out that energy and walking away or whatever you may need to do depending on the circumstance, it's like you drop your bundle and you go to town on this person. You just start engaging with them, arguing. You're really worked up, right? You've lowered your vibration. There's no more of that, Cancer. It's time to move on from all that. When you do that, the devil is saying, ha, gotcha. The devil only wants a few of those minutes for it to be considered a win, Cancer, because every minute on your path is crucial in the grand scheme of things. Your focus needs to be your highest priority right now, Cancer. It needs to be the umbrella by which all the other sectors of your life are organized underneath. What do we have at the heart, please? Wow. What a card to follow everything I just said. 5 of Wands, Leo energy in reverse. So 5 of Wands upright is representing everything I just said, right? It's you engaging, but here you are disengaging. 5 of Wands in reverse. The answer to all your problems is laying down your wand, not engaging. Followed everything I just said. And there's not one other card in the tarot that can represent what I just said any better than the 5 of Wands in reverse. This 5 of Wands at this heart position is also calling for you to release any sort of bitterness, any sort of trust issues, any sort of residual energies that may connect you to these past individuals or cycles. It's time to let this go. Just like I said about that childhood wounding, right? See, if you hold on to this energy, this is what affects your long-term relationships moving forward, because you're essentially punishing those individuals. You know, this can be seen as you getting into a new relationship with somebody that's really trustworthy, but because you have trust issues based off of what somebody may have put you through, you're unsure if you can trust that new person. This has got to be healed. Can't carry this with you anymore. Otherwise, you're going to keep ending up in the same cycle over and over and over, year after year. Spirit wants you to be healing all this right now. The supportive energy is there for you. Now's the time of preparation. You're being prepared for something. It doesn't necessarily have to be another relationship. It could be friendships. It could be business opportunities. Take it as it fits. But it's all relevant. You know, Cancer Collective has gone through these karmic cycles with, say, family members that will affect your career. You may project some unhealed trauma that a family member put you through or an ex onto a coworker, which results in you sabotaging yourself. Maybe you lose an opportunity. Maybe you lose a job. Whatever it is, take it as it fits. But we're just trying to show you here how all of this unhealed shadow energy can affect every sector of your life. What do we have at the throat, please? Empress, Taurus, Libra, Venusian energy in reverse at the throat. Spirit is really trying to reiterate to you how truly important this is, Cancer. It just keeps coming up over and over again in the spread. This Empress in reverse at the throat. This is a very, what's an insecure kind of energy. It's somebody that has issues based off of cycles they've been through in the past that are unhealed. The divine wants you to go in and really start fine-tuning all these details, Cancer. Really start recognizing any sort of behavioral patterns that you may be holding on to like this, okay? The universe is trying to bless you, and you're not expected to do all this overnight, Cancer, but you need to start recognizing what's holding you back, because it's going to make it very difficult for you to have this new beginning until you do this. It's all a part of it. You need to sacrifice these old, outdated belief systems that you have surrounding your self-worth in order to embrace this new beginning. There's no way around this. And it won't happen, Cancer. You'll just keep going through the same karmic cycle until this has been addressed. It's like, here's this portal, Wheel of Fortune. The divine's showing you, hey, we're here. We need you to start preparing yourself. Get ready. Pack your bags, so to speak. And let go of any unnecessary baggage, because it can't go. What do we have at the third eye, please? Wow. 4 of Pentacles. Unbelievable. Right there at the third eye. Capricorn energy. And this isn't easy, Cancer. I get it. It's like, here you are. It's like you're holding on to some of this stuff for dear life. Cancer, I just heard if you're holding on to the idea of somebody that you think you're supposed to be with, this person's nowhere to be found, it's time to go ahead and let that go, okay? Don't put your life on pause, Cancer, for somebody who's nowhere to be found. Your life is essentially in a holding pattern over a memory, over an illusion, something that doesn't even exist. And I think all of us have been through this at one point in time. But it's time to let go now, Cancer, okay? Put yourself first and make yourself available to people that truly deserve you, and vice versa. It's like the mothership's here, and this individual here is like, nah, I'm just going to stay here, I'm waiting for somebody to show up. Divine Mothership's like, okay, Cancer. We'll see you in another 7.5 years when the astrology allows us to come back through again and do another sweep. See who wants to get on the Divine Mothership and step into the new timeline. In Cancer, it's really important that you also understand that though you have free will, the supportive energy is here now. And when that goes away, it makes it more difficult to leave these energies behind. So when I say 7.5 years, karmic cycles, they run in these very specific time frames. It really depends on what planet you're working with and the cycles, but the minimum is like 3.25, 7.5 years. Some of these cycles can run up to like 24, 27 years. That's why some of you may be having some sort of level up in your life after what feels like 20-something years of being stuck inside the same old energy. That could have something to do with a Saturn return or something. There's just so many different possibilities here, but you just need to know how important it is, Cancer, to take this opportunity, why it's here. Because you will regret it. You'll regret it when you finally make the move. And you look back and you're like, oh my God, why didn't I do this last time? And even though everything happens when it's supposed to, Cancer, it happens in a divine timing. You don't want to stay longer than the universe wants you to stay in a specific cycle in your life. You want to take the call, okay? What do we have at the crown, please? Temperance in reverse, Sag energy at the crown. All these reversals. This Temperance is really reiterating what I'm saying, Cancer. It's like there's this disruptive energy around you trying to affect your long-term vision. There's some sort of imbalance, right? It's this energy here, this chaos, whatever this is here. The fact that we got the Wheel of Fortune right out at the beginning of the reading, Cancer, is really the message. Don't gamble with your destiny here. You need to hold this big picture vision. Don't allow these individuals, whoever this may be for you, to strip that away from you. You don't want to be that person in their elderly age, living their final years, regretting that they didn't take the opportunities that the universe presented them with. Because we hear that story all the time. And it always seems like when you hear that story, right, about elderly people in their final days or final years telling you to go after your dreams, go after everything. Don't let these opportunities pass you by. It's almost like they barely utter it with their last breath. Makes you wonder if they get a flash, a vision from the universe on what they missed out on. Don't be that person, Cancer. You don't have to be. What do we have at the foundation, please? 8 of Cups, Pisces energy at the foundation of the reading. This follows up what I just said perfectly. This is an energy of you having learned from the past and not repeating the same cycle. You're finally withdrawing and moving on, right? I feel that your dream space right now, Cancer, could be very revealing. It's as if the divine is trying to, make you that fly on the wall, wants you to see things in regards to some of these people that you've been dealing with in a way that you haven't seen it before. Whether it's you seeing these people out in public, whether it's you just getting some weird downloads about them, whether it's you having a dream about them, whether it's you seeing them somewhere on the internet. It's like the divine is using all this to help push you, to help motivate you, to finally release in order to receive what's yours by divine rights. See, we all have this idea of what we want our life to look like. We all have a true heart's desire, something that's calling us from within. But then there's a lot of us who aren't prepared to let go of all the things that don't serve our highest good to be able to actually receive that energy from the universe. Some people want things to stay exactly as they are inside these karmic cycles, but still receive all of their divine blessings. But that only really speaks of somebody who's not fully awoken to their path and purpose. Don't be that person, Cancer, and stop sacrificing your happiness to appease others. That's an old story, Cancer, and that's been very prevalent inside the Cancer collective. What do we have at the sacral, please? Magician, Baphomet, Gemini, Virgo energy. This is an energy of manipulation. It's also someone who scatters your energy. Very similar to this Temperance in reverse. These people know what they're doing, but here you are thinking you're doing the right thing by staying inside these cycles when they're literally laughing behind your back because they have you right where they want you, is what I just heard. A lot of these people as well have God's name in their mouth. They paint a picture of who they think you want them to be. And then they just keep you inside this cyclical cycle year after year. You know, this is actually a perfect message to get at the end of the year like this, Cancer, because this is the motivation you need to push through. And this can resonate for any zodiac sign. You don't have to be a Cancer, okay? All of us, in some capacity, have things we need to let go of, right? Big, small, whatever it is. But if you start to understand that there's a type of energetic currency to the things you release. It's as if you're bartering with the universe. Universe, take this from me. Spirit, take this from me. God, take this from me. Then you'll start to understand that in order to receive, you must give. You must sacrifice. All that which does not serve you, leave it with the Most High, Cancer. I don't know how else I can put that. What do we have? The solar plexus, please. Two of Swords. Libra energy. Yeah, see, these individuals always act like they're sticking their neck out for you, Cancer, right? They got your best interest in mind. But as you can see, this individual only has 3 fingers. You don't want to trust somebody who just tries to shake your hand with 3 fingers, Cancer, right? Kind of limp-wristed, soft handshake. This is how these individuals come up on the etheric plane. Their whole purpose is to manipulate you into self-sabotaging and sacrificing your new beginning. These individuals are tentacles of Baphomet, the devil. And every time they're able to hold you back from this path you're supposed to be on, this energy here grows stronger. You not self-empowering and getting on path is a sacrifice. So they're going to keep creating this confusion around you. 2 of Swords at the solar plexus. They want you to feel powerless and inferior to them. This is how they want you for the rest of your life. Carrying baggage and burdens that aren't even yours. But they'll make you feel like they are. This is hundreds of years of generational karma on your shoulders, Cancer. I just got a ringing in my ear confirming what I just said to be true. What do we have at the heart, please? Wow. 8 of Swords, folklore, Gemini energy, disregarding rules. See, they want you imprisoned inside this energy. It's an energy of restriction. It's an energy of isolation. But the divine is pushing you to break free from this energy now. You hold the power here, but they want you to think that you're powerless to them. But it's all in the mind. This is an energy of mental liberation here. Nothing and no one can force you to stay in this cycle, Cancer. This is you willingly sacrificing your new beginning. And then we have 4 of Swords, Ha'el, mission. I mean, this is so clear. Some of you just don't know how amazing this new beginning is going to be. It's like you're sitting here worrying, right? You're like, I don't know. Is it really going to be that much better? See, this is this programming. You've been made to think that you can't get any better than this. That this is it. This is the best you're going to get. Person, place, thing, whatever it is for you. But there's an emphasis on the lion, right? Leo energy, strength, self-love, courage, and confidence. I just heard the divine wants you to lean on them for strength. Pray, meditate. There's disruptions in the downloads, right? See, the harder they go in, the more distractions they bring into your everyday waking life, the harder it is to hear the downloads, the intuitive guidance. That's why when it comes to making these big decisions, it's always a good idea to find yourself in some sort of solitude and peace. Four Swords energy, right? Take some time out to think. Get away from these energies. Get away from the influence so you can hear the voice of spirit. What do we have at the throw, please? 9 of Swords. Hariel, wow. Perfect card to follow what I just said. Get away so you can hear the voice of spirit. And look, here you are trying to think, right? Let's just say. And then there's this little demon cherub jumping on your back like, no, Cancer, you can't go. And then there's a spirit guide trying to swat them off of you, right? This is an energy here of stress and torment. It's an energy of anxiety. It's like you can't even hear yourself think. There's so much chaos around you. It says right there, purification, right? Cleansing your energy. Finding yourself in a space of peace so you can communicate with the divine and find out which way you need to go. If you're unclear or you have fear in moving in this new direction, you need to take this time out. Anybody who truly loves you isn't going to hold that against you. But chances are, by the looks of this reading here, these are the types of individuals that would hold it against you. Just another clear indication of how you should be moving. What do we have at the third eye, Cancer? King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. Luia, the exalted God. Victory, grants victory and protection from lightning. Right, so it's like you find yourself in a place of peace, essentially protecting yourself from any sort of energetic, let's say, attacks from these individuals. Any sort of chaotic or disruptive energies, so you can focus on your connection with the divine as a means to find out which direction you need to move. See, a lot of Cancers think that they have to sacrifice their own happiness for the happiness of others. And this is what you're being called to move on from and leave behind now, Cancer. It doesn't matter who they are in your life. Again, if anybody makes you feel this way, then that's a very clear indication to you the kind of person you're dealing with. And the only way that you can really help these individuals change their mindsets is by stepping into your own power and disengaging. You're actually not doing them any favor by enabling them to treat you this way. And that's very much a King of Swords kind of energy. There's a strategy to your movements. You're being more analytical in the steps you're taking here. You understand that this is the best thing for everybody, to let go and move forward. What do we have at the crown to close this out for Cancer, please? Perfect. And this is where it all leads, Cancer. The star, Vasaria, Aquarius energy, God the just, clemency and equilibrium, protects against attacks. Cancer, this is a miracle unfolding in your life. There's a tremendous amount of hope here that the divine is attempting to usher into your everyday waking life. But again, you have free will. So at the end of the day, you call the shots here. But it's literally in the palm of your hands, Cancer. The divine is showing you. The divine wants you to see how these energies get down, right? That's why they're making you a fly on the wall, so to speak. So you make sure to disengage and do what's best for everybody. And that means that you need to step fully into your power. Take the call and understand that you are being divinely guided to a whole new beginning here, Cancer. We began with the Wheel of Fortune and we end on the Star. Very powerful, very deep, profound message here. So I certainly hope that you have all gotten the messages you need to be able to step through this new portal without hesitation. Cancer, this is the message I have available to you, depending on where you are on this timeline, should you choose to accept. I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you would like a personal reading, you can find all of my contact details in the description below this video. And thank you for your donations, Cancer. Take care.